Welcome back to the channel. If you're just joining me, hey, how you doing? Anyway, age limit. Should it be an age limit for the president? What do you think? Am I being generous by saying 70? Originally, I thought 70. 70 is a cutoff line. You can get possibly 2 terms. You're out of there by 78. But is that too generous, given all the things that have gone on between this president and the last president? And what we're noticing with the mental decline. You tell me. I'm thinking I'm being too generous. I think we should just get these old people out of office and get them over to the retirement home. Hey, I got a video. We're gonna go to the video. We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna talk about it. Let's get into this video.
Joe Biden is already the oldest sitting president. If he wins re-election, he will be 86 when he finishes his term.
86.
But Biden is only a few years older than one of his Republican opponents.
So we know Joe Biden was some sharp mental decline. Sharp. We all seen it. Yeah. You know, it's nothing really to laugh at. You get old and yeah. Let's keep going, America.
Former President Donald Trump, who is 76, if he wins, Trump would also be over 80 at the end of his presidential term.
So this is what I mean. By the time you're wrapping up your presidency at some of these later age, you're over 80. And we all got grandparents. We all had grandparents at that age where they start to decline. And do we really want this guy with his finger on the nuclear button? We're seeing already what's happening. And I think a lot of it has to do with his old age, mental decline. And if you're old and you're watching this, I'm not taking a shot at you, but you know, it's hard to remember things, and at times. And this is serious. It's the presidency we're talking about. We're not talking about bingo night at the old folks' home. So let's keep going.
If you make it to 80 and you're cognitively fit and don't have serious medical problems, the likelihood that you're going to live another 10 or 15 years is very, very high.
And what he's saying here is that, okay, if you do make it to 80 and you have your faculties, you can remember, you're relatively sharp for that age, you're probably going to live another, handful of years, 10, 15 years. But should you be president? Let's keep going.
Aging experts say cognitive decline exists in many older people, but it's not as significant as most people assume.
Someone said to me recently, well, I saw him stumble when he was walking and or biking. And doesn't that mean, he's not fit to be president? Franklin Delano Roosevelt couldn't walk.
I don't know why people, Americans, you make a big deal about the mobility, right, of the president, walking. Okay, when you get up in age, you're likely to have some trouble walking. That has nothing to do with, I'm talking mental decline, mental sharpness, what's going on upstairs. Is the lights on? Not are you physically able to get around, because you can get a, cane, wheelchair, whatever. That's still another question. Let's keep going.
He was president for a long time, very effective. So that some of these physical limitations that we develop as we age.
Yeah, he didn't start wars around the globe willy-nilly, just bombing people for no good reason. Like, America, what are we doing? Can we kind of agree that there's some mental issues going on with the president right now? I'm talking about the current president, not the last one. He had his mental issues and they got him out of there, which rightfully so. I don't think anybody had a problem with that. This current guy has some mental stuff going on, and nobody's saying anything about that. We're not talking about physical mobility. We're talking mental.
age are certainly not disqualifiers from holding high office.
Some leaders may have qualifications that come with age.
They have less emotional ability. As a person ages, he or she is less likely to get angry, lose their temper.
So it's a reverse. This Donald Trump gets angry all the time. That's all you do is see him shouting press conferences. Now, according to this expert, when you get older, the less angry you're supposed to get. I don't know.
That being prudent. Older people have been shown actually to resolve differences between groups better than younger people, which seems like it might be a good trait
wisdom,
for somebody in a leadership role.
So you be the judge, America. What do you think? I mean, when you go to McDonald's and you see a senior there, somebody that's 70, what do you think? You think they're going to get your order right? They might. But the first thing I'm thinking is, why is he still working, or why is she still working? Not that they can if they don't want to. But that's the first thing that comes to a lot of people's mind when you get older. Are you still able to do what you need to do? And obviously, I've said McDonald's. I've seen a handful of seniors working at McDonald's. And by the way, doing a better job than this president can do at McDonald's. Can you imagine Donald Trump giving your order? Yeah, I don't think that order will be right. What are we doing, America? What are we doing? What are we doing here? With we keep putting these ancient people in office and then wonder why things turn out the way they turn out. Some of these people get so stuck in their ways because they haven't had to compromise on anything and forever, and they're stuck in their ways and they just think they can do and say whatever they want to. I don't think the president should be that way. I think the president should have, needs to have all their mental faculties upstairs, because there's serious stuff going on, like, world issues, like war, like fiscal issues, like, the economy, things of that nature, not going off half-cocked and starting wars. I mean, if that's not a sign of something mental going on, I don't know what is. You tell me, America. And I'm sure you're going to be in the comments trying to rationalize this. Anyway, you tell me, what do you think? I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a guy on YouTube. I think the majority of people, let me not say the majority of people. There's a lot of people that think 65 should be the cutoff age. I tend to agree. Initially, I was like 70. But 2 terms, that would put you close to 80. I think that's a little too high. 65, 2 terms, that would put you, in your mid-70s. I think that's a great place to call it quits, cut it off. Anyway, if you're 90 and thinking about running for president, hey, you have my support, because you're pretty old and you live that long, and congratulations. Not for president though, for president of the bingo club. Anyway, if you like the video, you want more content like this, go ahead and smash the subscribe button, hit your notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.